Hello. As we get the party started with law update for you, I thought it might be helpful to start with the Professional Licensing Bureau. The Professional Licensing Bureau is the one that governs several different professional licensing, pretty obvious by the title, and real estate is one of them. Real estate is a division of banking. However, all the sources that you really probably would need for a lot of things that you might question about your license would be here at this website. So first of all, the website's address up here is plb.iowa.gov, acronym for Professional Licensing Bureau, at plb.iowa.gov. Now, this is where you're going to go to renew your license when you get to that point. We'll talk a little bit more about updating your license and making sure that you've got the minimum requirements and all of those details in another video. But I did just want to pop on here and show you about real estate. So this main page under real estate just has some basic frequently asked questions, renewal tips. We'll again get to that in a separate video. E&O insurance. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. And a nice section on trust accounts for your you brokers that maybe need some refresher on that. This is about the board. This is the Iowa Real Estate Commission. And as you can see, there should be 7 members, 5 who hold a license, and then 2 that represent the general public. We can only have 1 member from each county, so we can't just all duplicate and be from one local area. We've got to represent the state. And it looks like there's all 5 represented. And then it does look like 2 that just represent the public, they do have a vacancy. So that is as of September 18th, 2021. You can check back that for more news on that. This is Iowa rules and laws, and this is my big one that I really wanted to point out to you. Have you ever gone to bed at night and tossed and turned, wondering, did I break the law? Did I do the right thing? I got to ask my broker a question, but they're not going to answer me at 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. I hope that you're not doing that, of course. Yet, if you'd really like to review, they are right here on this site. Again, under real estate, license, law, and rules. And while there's several on here, I think the 2 big rocks that you need to pay attention to are 543B. This is Iowa code for real estate brokers and salespersons. And then the administrative rule, that this is what the commission helps us manage, these administrative rules 193E. Then if you go into 193, for example, all of the different chapters are right here waiting for you, so that hopefully if you've got a question about advertising or disclosing a relationship, an agency relationship, maybe you do have some trust account questions. For those of you that are maybe in the property management field, you've got a strong but mighty little section there as well. It has some things that are just special to that type of business entity. So this is where you could go again and read through all of those details. Then another important spot I wanted to highlight for you is here where it says law and rule changes. So anytime there is a code change with 543B or an administrative rule change with 193E, they're going to post it here. So you're doing law update now. And I assume in true fashion, we may not see you again back in law update for, I don't know, 3 years. And if that's the case, that's okay. You're following the law as long as you get them done by your renewal. But in the meantime, we could have some law and rule changes that, of course, still apply to you. You can't raise your hand and say, innocent because I haven't taken law updates with Amy for 3 years. I'm not due for that yet. No, we're all still accountable for them. So you can see, it looks like we had several code and rule changes. Then we went for about 3 years and then we didn't have any. And then in 2017, they did a pretty large, what we're going to call code cleanup. And in 2018, there were a couple of things that happened that applied to us as well. Now, you very well, since 2017 or 18, maybe renewing your license again or gotten your license since then, and are familiar with the material, but we will do a quick review of it in a later video. This says application information, which if you know of anyone looking to get into the real estate business, this is a really great place for them to pop onto. Also, if you are looking to move your license from a salesperson to a broker, this has a really good explanation of how to do background checks and submit your application for that process. Have you ever wondered if an agent has been in trouble? Does anyone know of an agent that you think, man, how do they still have a license? No, not us. But if you do ever have a question about someone or a firm, this is a good place for you to go and look those up. This is the place. You can go either by case number, you probably don't know that, or you can go by firm or last name and see if they have had any disciplinary actions. In the news, this is a good one for you as well, because it just covers maybe kind of some blanket websites that you may or may not realize that are part of your business or you've never accessed before, and then something comes up. Here you are. They've got a nice list of things to help you get there quickly. Iowa Attorney General might be a good one. The Iowa Civil Rights Commission is a great resource. They're obviously going to be our resource, especially for fair housing in our industry. But they are a very good website. They've got a lot of great content on there. And I would suggest, if you are on Facebook or social media, go to their page and like them, follow them, whatever you call it, because they do post a lot of good information. The sex offender registry is here. Anything around landlord and tenant law, if you are working with investors or do have investment properties yourself. Lead-based paint. This is Know Before You Owe. This is actually for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. We've got DNR time of transfer, waivers, variances, and if you have big aspirations to join the Real Estate Commission, there is a link for an application. So again, this was just a really quick little maneuver around, but I think once you get on this site and maybe click around, this might be one of your most informational sites that you have in your toolbox. Again, plb.iowa.gov, and you just click under real estate for more information.